Athavan News wishes its all viewers a happy, prosperous and hopeful New Year 2016. Today Friday, 1st of January 2016. Paper highlights read by Edward Udedas Devasagayam Pillai. Now let's move on today's Daily Mirror. 2 cops and murderer suspect shot and injured. Gang involvement suspected. 2 traffic constables who were inquiring into a motor accident and a murderer suspect were injured when an unidentified gunman opened fire on them at Bulugaha Junction on the Colombo Kandy Road yesterday afternoon. High-speed internet won't be affected. High-speed internet access in Sri Lanka would not be affected, and instead, the Telecommunication and Digital Infrastructure Ministry is taking measures to increase the internet speed through FBH, Minister Harin Fernando said on Wednesday. Imposter caught red-handed checking pedestrian for cash. An imposter who checked pedestrians under the pretext of being a police officer and took away cash and valuables was arrested by the Homagama police. He was arrested red-handed when he was checking a pedestrian in the Homagama town. WTPC budget passed unanimously. In the Western Provincial Council, the councillors voted in unison. The 2016 budget allocation for the ministries under the purview of the Western Provincial Council, including its health ministry, was passed unanimously yesterday. Now let's move to today's daily news. Abduction of youth at Dematagoda. Court calls for Hirunika's press briefing recordings. TV channels ordered to submit relevant video footage to Colombo Crime Division. The Colombo Magistrates Court yesterday issued an order directing several TV stations to produce the video footage of the press conference hosted by UNF MP Hirunika Premachandra over the abduction of a youth in Dematagoda. The court ordered the TV channels that the relevant video footage pertaining to the incident be submitted to the Colombo Crime Division. AG should make independent decision on Hirunika. The Attorney General should make an independent decision regarding MP Hirunika Premachandra for alleged abduction of a resident in Dematagoda, said Governor of the Citizens Organisation Alliance Saman Ratnapriya. Gang with Kerala Ganja arrested. The police arrested a 5-member gang identified as large-scale Kerala Ganja distributors in Chilo, Madambe and the surrounding areas, along with a haul of Kerala Ganja. According to police, around 2 kilos of Kerala Ganja had been seized from the possession of the suspects. This raid was conducted by the Chilo Division Anti-Vice Unit in the Kakkapilia area in Chilo on Wednesday evening. No 1-year cap on dormant accounts. Central Bank Governor Arjuna Mahendran said that they have not taken a decision to redirect dormant accounts to the Central Bank or the Treasury after a period of 1 year. He said that only 90% of the dormant accounts are being redirected to the Central Bank, and this would be after a period of 10 years. It is definitely not after 1 year. Ambulance boat topples. The ambulance boat deployed by the Northern Province Health Ministry to ferry patients from islets to hospitals in mainland Jaffna toppled while berthed at the Kurikattuwan jetty due to bad weather in the area. Sri Lankan MP wants Ceylon House in Makkah returned to community. A visiting Sri Lankan Member of Parliament Mujibur Rahman told Arab News that Ceylon House, which is a property of the island's Muslims, has to be redeemed from an individual who claims to be its owner and handed to a new group of trustees who should be appointed by the Sri Lankan government. All prisons to get CCTV cameras. The prisons department is implementing new arrangements to ensure security in the prisons. CCTV cameras will be fixed in every prison this year, sources added. Private sector salary hike. Draft bill in Parliament soon. Draft bills relating to the implementation of the 2,500 rupees salary increase granted to private sector employees from January this year will be tabled for adoption in Parliament. Finally, we move to the highlights on Ceylon today. New Year celebrations. Firecrackers banned. The dawn of the new year in Sri Lanka is generally heralded with deafening explosions of firecrackers, some resounding like bombs, though they are banned in most countries. Many countries in Europe and Asia have banned firecrackers due to their potential to cause very serious burn injuries and security reasons. Firecrackers were banned across the nation in Australia. Australia Network News reported yesterday, adding that the Victorian bushfire across the Great Ocean Road region has kept Australia in a state of anxiety and that weather forecasts had predicted hot and windy weather during the New Year's dawn, leading the authorities to ban fireworks in all parts of Australia. Several refugee shelters in Germany have banned firecrackers in celebrations on New Year's Eve, both for safety concerns and to protect asylum seekers from relieving the trauma of war. Al-Bawawa News reported. It was also reported that the night sky on New Year's Eve was silent in parts of the globe where the new year had already dawned and not lit up with firecrackers as in years past. Madhivanan gets SC not, can contest SLC election. The Supreme Court yesterday cleared cricket administrator K. Madhivanan to seek election to the board of Sri Lanka Cricket, reconfirming an order delivered on 18 December regarding Sri Lanka cricket nominations and elections. Cricketer and cricket administrator K. Madhivanan filed a fundamental rights petition in the Supreme Court stating that his nomination for the forthcoming election to be held on 3rd January 2016 had been rejected based on an objection citing clause 11F(b) of the Constitution of Sri Lanka Cricket. Petitioner by his petition sought interim order to permit him nomination to contest the election for office bearers. Intimidating more businessmen. Web terrorists using top state attorney's name. Members of a group which engages in web-related terrorism and who intimidate politicians, eminent persons, and millionaire businessmen are now using the name of a top officer attached to the Attorney General's department and the names of top-level officers of institutions handling investigations into fraud and corruption. The group have resorted to threats of exposure of fraud and corruption to blackmail persons being probed by the police and the commission. With all those headlines, we come to an end of today's paper highlights. We will come with more news tomorrow morning. Thanks for listening to Athavan News.